Time for number 67 in my Best Picture Marathon. Best Picture Marathon theme song. Robert Zemeckis was known for directing some of the biggest and most significant blockbusters of the 1980s, none of which were nominated for Best Picture. But then he directed a movie called Forrest Gump, which ended up winning Best Picture. Forrest Gump was released by Paramount Pictures in 1994. Based on a novel by Winston Groom, it tells the story of a very low IQ man living in the South. Throughout the film, we see his 30-year pursuit of his sweetheart Jenny, as well as his other adventures that intertwine with prominent historical events from the mid-20th century, like desegregation, the Vietnam War, the counterculture movement, and the Watergate incident. Elvis Presley even learns his signature dance moves from Forrest instead of copying black artists. In a lot of ways, Forrest Gump reminds me of the early Best Picture winner Cavalcade in that it's a very sentimental, superficial survey of these historical events told from the point of view of someone who's only peripherally connected to them. Tom Hanks had previously won an Oscar for his role in Philadelphia and won his second Oscar for Forrest Gump. Interestingly, Hanks based Forrest's unique southern drawl on that of child actor Michael Connor Humphreys, rather than having Humphreys try to mimic what Hanks was doing to play young Forrest Gump. The supporting cast includes Robin Wright as Jenny, Michael T. Williamson as Forrest's Vietnam buddy Bubba, Sally Field as Forrest's mom, and Darius Sinise as Lieutenant Dan, Forrest's commanding officer in Vietnam, and later his shrimping business partner. The film was notable in its advancements in the use of digital visual effects. They did digital crowd extensions, digitally erased Lieutenant Dan's legs after they were amputated, and used cutting-edge computer technology to insert Tom Hanks into archival footage alongside historical figures like George Wallace, several different presidents, and John Lennon. Woody Allen and his cinematographer Gordon Willis had done something similar about a decade earlier for the movie Zelig, but they did it using optical processes rather than digital processes. I've seen Forrest Gump several times over the years, and the reality is I just don't love this movie. I know I'm probably in the minority, and a lot of people think this movie is amazing. It's just never quite clicked for me. Now, I don't hate the movie or anything. I think there's a lot of really great stuff in it. There are a lot of really funny scenes. I'm a big fan of Lieutenant Dan, but the way the story presents the historical events feels very superficial to me, and I find Forrest and Jenny's relationship a little bit problematic. I also find the film thematically muddy, particularly in its have your cake and eat it too attitude toward the debate between choice and destiny. Personally, I would have voted for Pulp Fiction to win Best Picture or even The Shawshank Redemption over Forrest Gump. But what do I know? Forrest Gump won 6 Oscars, including Best Picture and Director. It was the second highest grossing movie of 1994 after The Lion King. When it was released, it got mixed reviews. Many critics thought that it was an excellent, sweeping, emotional movie, while others found it to be shallow nostalgia bait, promoting traditional values like marriage and family, and condemning anything associated with the counterculture lifestyle. Again, I know there are people who love this movie, and I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade. Like I said, there are things I really like about this movie. The soundtrack is fantastic. It was one of the earliest CDs I ever bought, and the performances are generally good. The movie had a huge impact on pop culture, inspiring a massive boost in sales for Nike Cortez shoes, and even inspiring a real-life chain of Bubba Gump seafood restaurants. Plus, it inspired a great Weird Al Yankovic parody song. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay, next up, Braveheart. See you then.